Kier Starmer is out. The British Prime Minister has just resigned in a televised statement.
That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision,
making him the sixth Prime Minister to leave office in the past decade. If you're wondering how we got here and what happens next, stay with me because this one is massive. Let's rewind a little. Starmer swept into power in 2024 with one of the biggest Labour landslides in modern history, a majority of 172 seats. It felt like a new era after 14 years of Conservative government. But that honeymoon didn't last long. His net approval rating began slightly positive, then fell steadily throughout his premiership, hitting an average of -46% by late 2025. To put that in perspective, by January 2026, 75% of people had an unfavourable view of Starmer, a net favourability of -57, a figure only ever matched by Liz Truss. So what went wrong? He faced criticism from the right over immigration and tax increases, and from the left over his stance on the Gaza war, welfare reform, and refusing to introduce a wealth tax. Then came the scandal. Starmer appointed prominent New Labour figure Peter Mandelson as British ambassador to the United States, only to fire him after Mandelson's ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein became widely publicised when the Epstein files were released. Starmer himself was not accused of any wrongdoing, but the damage was done. Labour then lost more than 1,100 council seats in local elections, while Reform UK, Nigel Farage's party, gained over 1,450. By mid-May 2026, over 95 Labour MPs had called on Starmer to resign or set out a timetable for his departure, and one cabinet minister, Health Secretary Wes Streeting, had resigned in protest. The walls were closing in, and then came Andy Burnham. Josh Simons resigned as the MP for Makerfield to allow Burnham, the former Greater Manchester mayor, to stand in the resulting by-election. Burnham won that by-election with 54.8% of the vote on June 18, 2026, a crushing result that sent shockwaves through Downing Street. The Observer then reported that Starmer had concluded his position was no longer tenable, following private consultations with senior cabinet ministers, political advisors, party donors, and trade union leaders. He is also said to have discussed the situation privately with his wife at Chequers, the Prime Minister's country residence, before making his final decision. And this morning, it was confirmed. Starmer resigned in a televised statement after coming under mounting pressure from his own Labour Party. So, who takes over? Andy Burnham is the clear favourite to succeed Starmer, riding a wave of momentum after his by-election win. He's pitched himself as something different, a break from the Westminster establishment, but analysts warn he'll inherit the same difficult fiscal reality that hampered Starmer, and in the short term, he'll need to focus on maintaining market confidence rather than making radical shifts in policy. Other names being floated include David Lammy, Shabana Mahmood, Angela Rayner and Ed Miliband. A Labour leadership race now looks almost certain. Kier Starmer came to power promising stability after years of chaos. Instead, he leaves office as the 6th PM in 10 years to fall, joining a long list of leaders brought down by scandal, rebellion, and a British public that had simply had enough. This is a defining moment for British politics, and it's only just beginning. If you want to stay across everything that happens next, hit subscribe, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.
That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision. I will ask the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party to set out a timetable with nominations opening on the 9th of July and completed by the summer recess. In the case of a contest, this will ensure a new leader is in place before Parliament returns in September. I will remain in post as Prime Minister until the contest is complete, and I will do everything I can to ensure an orderly handover of power. I will also give my successor my full and unequivocal support, knowing that they will inherit a Britain that is far stronger and fairer than the one I inherited 2 years ago, better prepared for the challenges ahead, and better able to ensure the Labour Party secures a second term in office. I want to thank all of those friends and colleagues who have been at my side for these past 6 years or so, for their incredible commitment, service and support. I want to thank the brilliant Number 10 staff and our country's extraordinary civil service who dedicate their lives to public service. And when I leave the biggest job in the country, I shall spend more time on the most important job, being the best husband I can to my fantastic wife Vic, who has been a rock by my side through good times and bad, and being the best dad I can to my beautiful children, who are my pride and my joy. Thank you very much.